What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is let's talk about America's iconic bald eagle. What do you think of bald eagle when you think America?
Is it on the state, like the state?
It's on the
state seals.
Yeah, like the presidential has a seal on his in his room, doesn't it?
Yeah, but is it not on the state seals too?
I don't think it's on every state seal.
It's on a lot of them.
The eagle's on quite a few of them. Like we've seen definitely on a few. And like in the president's office, there's like the seal, isn't there, with the bald eagle. It's very patriotic, I think.
Yeah.
It's a patriotic, which, as we know, America is a massively patriotic country, which is awesome.
It's like our Jersey cows. Like Jersey cows are our.
I guess so.
Our animal of the
yeah,
island.
definitely. I guess.
Looks like our island animal is a Jersey cow.
It is, but I think that's because it's a different type of cow, and everyone thinks, oh, Jersey cow, so Jersey cows are from. This is like a patriotic symbol, bald eagle, I guess.
Yeah, but there's so many different eagles.
No, I know, but the bald eagle is the main one for and then
for America, like
for America. But I wouldn't say when I think of Jersey cows, I think patriotic in Jersey.
I don't know.
Do you think?
I don't know. Maybe that's Jersey.
Do you?
I feel like at school that's what we
Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to compare the two. I didn't see it as a thing, but obviously you're from Jersey, so you see the Jersey cow as quite a patriotic thing, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean as patriotic as Jersey is.
Yeah, okay.
It's not as big as we're not as big on it as America, but I feel like for as big as Jersey is on
I suppose it's magnified in America with a bald eagle because we're a patriotic country, I guess. More so, which again we absolutely love. Because why not be proud of where you're from? It's awesome. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. What we got?
To me, growing up in Britain, the bird on your screen often felt like a mythical creature on par with dragons, fairies, and the other member of Wham. As with yellow school buses, I assumed that their numbers were embellished in American popular culture merely to satisfy a television trope. And to some degree, I was right, but since moving to the United States, I've learned that not only is America's national bird real, it is so fascinating that it warrants stock footage of a person being surprised. And 1 year after becoming a proud US citizen myself, I felt strongly that my channel should soar into the new year by taking a closer look at this very bird.
I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to bald eagles. And if you want to see my channel take off in 2024 and haven't had a chance to subscribe, do that now.
Same here, would appreciate it.
In the meantime, here's everything that you don't need to know about the bald eagle, but that I'm going to tell you anyway.
It might be called the bald eagle, but with a thick bob of white hair, it's no Jeff Bezos.
In fact, the name has nothing to do with bald in the sense of Jeff Bezos. Indeed, when it was given its name in the 1600s, the word bald meant white-haired. And unlike Jeff Bezos, the bald eagle cannot be found in the Amazon.
Instead, it is entirely endemic to North America, making it the only sea eagle who can say this.
Not that bald eagles can speak, even their avian language sounds nothing like what our silly brains have come up with. More on that later. But how much of North America does the bald eagle actually occupy?
Well, its range covers northern Mexico, most of Canada, and all 49 US states.
Hang on, the US has 50 states.
Yes, I forgot to mention, bald eagles are nowhere to be found on the island state of Hawaii, where the state bird is the nene, which boasts the total opposite of a bald head in both.
You could have picked a nicer picture of a bird, couldn't he?
I kind of think that's quite cool.
Yeah, no, it's quite cool, definitely. Okay, so anyone give us a reason why it's not in Hawaii?
No idea.
Because obviously it likes heat, it likes cold, if it likes the South and Alaska. Maybe just didn't make it overseas. Let us know in the comments.
Both senses of the word.
On the other hand, the place with the most bald eagles is the other state that always gets left off maps, Alaska.
In the last frontier state, there are no fewer than 30,000 of them, which is not surprising, given that Alaska has the longest coastline in the Union.
Of course, young Lawrence wouldn't have understood this connection. Television gave me the impression that bald eagles just hung out near mountains and flags, but their existence relies on their proximity to bodies of water.
This explains why Minnesota and Florida, two of the nation's flattest states, surprisingly boast the next highest amounts. You see, the former is known for its vast network of lakes and the latter for having the longest coastline in the lower 48.
So it was fitting that on a body of water, I myself met bald eagles for the very first time. But when I say met, it's not like I had a choice.
How do you pronounce that? Go on. We like these games. Have a guess. Idaho, okay.
Deline.
I'm going to go Deline.
So basically what I said.
Yeah, just not emphasising the A. Let us know in the comments who's right. I think we just said the same thing.
But when I say met, it's not like I had a choice.
I'd signed up for a boat tour, and the tour guide was one of those anti-hilarious types, but with infuriatingly precise local knowledge. 2 minutes into the journey, he uttered one of the two major tour guide tropes.
And on your right,
Oh yeah? What's on my right? You can't make me look.
on your right are some trees.
Wow, amazing.
And at the top of those trees, if you look closely, you might see a white head poking out.
Better not be Jeff Bezos. At that moment, as if somebody had planned the whole thing in advance, the white head started flying with haste toward the boat. I should point out that the rest of their body was attached. It moved closer and closer, and just when I thought its talons were coming for me personally, it changed course at the last second and kidnapped a trout.
Don't worry,
Wow.
folks, while on rare occasions bald eagles have been known to attack humans, they normally have bigger fish to fry.
Please, don't let tour guides fool you. These birds, magnificent though they are, have no idea what a stovetop is. But they do eat lots of fish. In fact, I'm not sure I've seen an animal so proficient at plucking such small things from such large bodies of water.
It's incredible
Except
how
for
they
me,
do
of
it.
course. Memos
Just
mostly.
swoop down.
Their ability to do this is aided by the fact that bald eagles can see 4 to 5 times farther than humans. This is
Wow.
probably why the building
That's
where
incredible.
I spent my honeymoon was named the Eagle's Nest, because you can see for miles and miles.
It was also pretty spacious, just like an actual eagle's nest.
Fun fact, no single
Slide.
North American bird builds a larger nest than the bald eagle. In fact, the average nest weighs in at around 1,000 pounds, about
Wow.
4 Seamuses.
And the fact that they're breaking
That's heavy for
records
a
for
nest.
residential space tells us two things. Number one, their fondness for big houses is probably what makes them America's national bird.
And number 2, they need all that space to
Big
accommodate a
wingspan.
6'6" wingspan, basically 1 Seamus.
And given the frankly absurd setup time, it's just as well that these partners for life return to the same nests each year.
More so because they bring 2 to 3 juveniles into the world each time. I bet Christmas is fun. Of course, winter is
A lot
when
of
many of the
presents.
northern eagles head south. However, 37 years ago, one bird didn't get the memo. In
Eagle
1987, the nation of Ireland was the unlikely destination of a bald eagle that got lost,
Very
almost in the
lost.
pond. The bird was spotted on the southwest coast of the country under apparent exhaustion, having flown 3,000 miles. But here's the good news. After being nursed back to health, it was returned to the US on Aer Lingus. It even got complimentary crackers. Here's the not so good news. Shortly before its first ever plane ride, it tried to fly away in fear after the then Irish Prime Minister, Charles Haughey, ordered a round of applause for the bird. Dear, oh dear.
That's obviously going to scare the bird. What?
In many ways, it's weird to think of a frail bald eagle, mostly because the bird is so synonymous with American freedom and strength. Indeed, when I think of it, I still wistfully picture myself on a Harley Davidson going down Route 66 while somebody plays Born to be Wild in the background. But then I hear its
a bit
cry.
stereotyped.
Despite its ass-kicking reputation, the bald eagle sounds nothing like how it does in the movies.
You're expecting the Balrog, but what you get is this.
Oh wow!
I've not been so
That's
surprised
like a
by
little,
somebody's
I imagine
Tweety bird.
yeah, a tweety bird, something like that. Don't expect that. Expect a loud
No.
thing, don't you?
voice since I heard that of 26th US President Theodore Roosevelt, who, in case you're wondering, sounded like this.
The principles for which we stand are the principles of fair play.
Nonetheless, bald eagles might well raise a wing to Mr. Roosevelt. By popularizing American conservation efforts, it could be argued that in a roundabout way he helped prevent their extinction.
Oh wow!
Because the thing that surprised me the most is that by the
These
20th
puns.
century, this became a genuine possibility.
During the 1600s, it's estimated that there were perhaps 500,000 of these birds in what is today the United States. By the 1960s, there were only 1,000. Their decline was partly attributed to landowners shooting them because they, the landowners, subscribed to an unfounded belief that the eagles posed a risk to livestock. But another major factor emerged in the middle of the 20th century, DDT. And I'm not referring to the wrestling maneuver.
DDT, or as you and I call it, dichlorodyphenyl trichloroethane,
You
was a
nailed that.
pesticide to stop
Wow.
mosquitoes spreading malaria. And it was very successful at this. There's just one problem. DDT caused many problems. Did anybody edit this script?
Chief among these was eggshell thinning. Most biologists believe that eggshell thinning impeded successful reproduction among several birds of prey, including ospreys and, yes, bald eagles.
Okay.
It seemed
They are
America's
beasts.
most famous bird was heading the way of the dodo, with 43 of the lower 48 states declaring it an endangered species.
Wow.
But then, as we marched toward a new millennium, everything changed.
I can say, yeah, if you're the US, you can't be having the bald eagle go extinct. Do you know what I mean?
No,
you got to
that's
preserve a
not- yeah.
bald eagle, definitely.
In fact, the seeds for its recovery were planted as early as 1940, when the Bald Eagle Protection Act was signed into law.
This made it illegal for Americans to possess, sell, or hunt the bald eagle.
However, it would be the 1970s when the eagles got their big break, following the passage of the Endangered Species Act, but also the hit single Take It Easy.
The Endangered Species Act helped to ensure habitat protection for many endangered animals in the United States. However, debate continues as to its effect on the bald eagle's recovery, because in 1972 another legal milestone was reached, the nationwide ban on DDT.
Either way, since the turn of the 80s, the bald eagle's population has soared to the extent that in 2007 it was completely removed from the endangered species
It's on
list.
the up.
As of 2024, the US is home to approximately 316,000 bald eagles exactly.
Nice.
Growing up in Britain,
I
I
mean,
vaguely
exact. Like, unless you're having them all. Like, do you know what I mean?
It'll be rough, won't it? You never actually fully know. I guess it's a rough estimate. Let us know how you work that estimate out in the comments below. I guess it's rare to
And it's
see
just
one.
like one, and it's just the same one flying around.
Yeah,
300 times,
yeah.
1,000 times.
Have I clocked that one? I don't know. Let us know in the comments below. Yeah, I guess it's quite rare to see them then. Because if there's only 300,000 in the whole of the US.
And maybe there's more in certain places. That's where you'd see them.
Yeah, you got a few more in Florida, we said,
Well,
didn't we, and
Alaska
stuff like
was
that.
the main. So
Alaska
Alaska
as well.
you're probably going to see one.
Wow, but only 30. I know it's the most, but
You go to
still
the
only
right places. I guess.
30,000. Yeah, if you the area
No.
where they are, I guess. But let us know if you've seen a bald eagle before.
understood the iconic bond between Americans and the bald eagle. But I didn't realise the extent to which the bird is embedded in American society and the Cracker Barrel gift shop. When the founding
We're going
fathers
there.
declared it our
This
national
year.
bird in 1782, they did so because of its uniqueness to North America and not because it looked like James Madison. But its comeback from near extinction reminds us of another American trait, that the United States will always do the right thing, but only after trying everything else. I'd like to finish this
Oh,
video
wow.
by raising a map.
Well, shout out to Lawrence. His link's in the description below. We'll wrap this up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I
Good
didn't
video.
know about all that information.
I didn't know about all that either.
I knew they were the state. I didn't know they were country bird, but I didn't know about all the background.
Yeah, I did not. Obviously, it makes sense for the national bird, but I didn't realise it was a national bird. I just knew the bald eagle was a patriotic thing as well. But it makes sense. It's the national bird. I am on my lunch, so we're in a bit of a rush. So we'll wrap it up there. Smash that button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Watch the video.
Have a fantastic day.
And see you legends in the next one. Peace.